Hi, this is Jose Cernuda with GreatDivers.com, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about how to get your weighting down right for your gear. So I have another video where I go through how to do a buoyancy check for your body. You're going to want to do the same with your gear. So what you do is you figure out how much weight you need for your gear, how much weight you need for your body. You combine those two weights together, and that's the amount of weight that you need to be neutrally buoyant. So what I've done here is I have my rig, and my cylinder is actually down to 500 psi, which is the reserve pressure in the United States. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've put the amount of weight that I need inside the pocket. So this is trial and error. You might need to do this with your rig. It might be different for your rig, but for this particular rig, it actually was 2 pounds or 1 kilo. Okay, now what's interesting is when I did the same, this is the same cylinder. I have another video where I do just the buoyancy of the tanks or the cylinders, and I actually needed more weight to get the cylinder down by itself. And the reason for that is because the regulator is actually adding a little bit more weight to the rig itself. So what you do is you put the weight in, and this is trial and error again. You'll go through 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds. I just wanted to make the video short, so I didn't go through that process with you. But you put the weight in, and when you get to just the right amount of weight, which is what I have here right now, which was 2 pounds, you're going to put the rig inside the water. It's got 500 psi or your reserve pressure, and now you're going to dump all the air out of the bladder. So I need to squeeze this bladder to make sure that everything, or all the air that's in the bladder, is actually out. And then once you do that, what's going to happen is your rig should actually be just neutrally buoyant or ever so slightly negative. And in this case, if you look at it, once I let it go, what you're going to notice is it starts to ever so slightly sink. Now, if I had put just 1 pound or a half kilo, it would have floated. So if it sinks, but it's a very slight sink, that's perfectly fine. You just don't want it to be to where it's sinking like a rock. You want to find just that right balance to where it's either neutrally buoyant or just ever so slightly sinking. And then whatever amount of weight, so in this case that was 2 pounds. For myself, I needed 1 pound in order to be neutrally buoyant, so 3 pounds would be the right amount of weight if I was scuba diving in fresh water with this particular rig. For you, it might be different, but make sure you get your buoyancy correct. I can't emphasize how important that is and how much better of a diver you're going to be when you're just neutrally buoyant at the end of the dive. Okay, if you like this video, make sure you click on the like button, share it with your friends, and make sure you visit my website, GreatDivers.com. I've got a lot more information there that's going to help you to become a much better diver.